Out, the sky is green and the grass is blue, spring is here. So don't you think that means it's time to get yourself something special? We're offering price drops across our entire site, which means you get more computer for less. Get yourself a professionally built computer from Phoenix PC today.
Hello, hello, hello.
Howdy.
Checking what day it is. Y'all are throwing me off. What's up, Trashy? Yeah, we, Texasman was really hoping to get the build soon as possible. So we're trying to make that happen as much as we can, which is...
Note, we can't do this for everybody.
Yeah, this is...
It just happens that all the parts got here last night. And I also need to leave moderately early tomorrow, like probably closer now to like noon, because it's gonna take like, it's gonna be like a 4-hour ride instead of a 3-hour ride.
Yeah, this is a rare special occurrence that we're able to do this. What's up, Trashy? Hello.
Plus, regular schedules are for robots.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we just wanted to, you know, psych everyone and throw everybody off.
Surprise.
God, I love not keeping to a schedule and stressing everybody out.
You know, gotta keep everyone on their toes.
Ooh, toes.
Don't say that.
Ha ha ha.
No! Edgar,
What? Is
No.
it not sitting up?
be present.
Good.
Be in the moment. Come on, Edgar.
Killed him.
Sitting so pretty before. Nope.
Nope.
What's a skeleton's favorite snack?
Ribs!
Spare ribs! I love that video.
Okay, come on. No, Edgar, please. No.
Did you send the tweet?
I did.
Off.
It also send the email, and the specs should be correct.
Right.
Fine, Edgar. You get today off. You get to rest today.
I'm out.
Dang it. Ugh.
Is this gonna need to get flashed?
No, it's a 13600.
Is it a 760? Right? Oh, it is a 760. Never mind. I don't know why I thought it was a 660.
Yeah.
Mm.
Slightly.
Oh, Texasman.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
man.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome
Gifted 5
in.
subs security. Hello, Texasman.
Is it that time?
Glad you could stop by. Sorry we kind of switched it up on you, but we know that you wanted it ASAP.
Plus, we got antsy.
A little.
Plus, we have stuff going on.
We wanted to build it.
Wells wants to go do cool things with his family like a loser.
Oh, yeah.
Let's do wheelies on his bike.
I can't do a wheelie yet. And I don't know if I want to learn.
Fair. So when you get a warehouse, can we still have Edgar in the background asking for your sanity?
Honestly, we could probably hang him from like the wall or something and have him just hang there. Cause so he's just hanging out.
No, we'll definitely still have Edgar in the Furby.
You know what'd be really funny is if we built like a little like cage, like a little animal cage, or got like a little animal cage to keep the Furby in.
Yeah, that would be funny.
Got like one of those like things or whatever, like the cages or whatever, and put them in it with the legs hanging out. Fake like Halloween dungeon.
How much do you think it'd be to either make or get like just straight out of Oblivion, like one of those cages?
Like a bird, like the large bird cage type thing. Yeah. I think that's what Pat's talking about.
Okay, yeah.
It couldn't be that much.
I don't want just like a square, you know, cage. I want like the
Like
Out of plastic or something.
like you can tell that you can walk up to the cage and get 5 gold off of Edgar.
Oh boy.
that would be funny.
You'll make a cage for the Furby if you want.
Yes.
No, the Furby I do think would be funny to put it in like a cage that you would see like a.
Little bird cage.
No, I think the Furby does deserve like a cube animal cage.
Like we trapped it.
Just on a quick break so you watch the stream when you get home. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Work, work,
yeah.
work. Work, work.
Corsair. Corsair.
Eat my fingers 'cause I'm hungry.
Oh. I had a sausage and then spaghetti and
Should have a bunch of Enermax power supplies coming in too.
And
oh, it does come with normal. Instead of the little. Instead of this guy, which I think is kind of weird looking.
oh, okay. That's cool that they give you the choice.
I'll probably switch it to a.
Different.
Oh.
And we're using cooler fans, right? And then have them go out everywhere else.
Those XTs now, is it the AF?
Huh?
Fans that come with
I think it's AF 120. Yeah. It was STs for a while, I think. But I like these. I like the look of these a lot better than the previous Gen Corsair fans. Previous Gen Corsair fans were like a cool industrial look that suited, I think, the like late 10s. But these are much more feel much more modern.
Yeah. Feels like you should go to a coffee shop after.
Exactly.
Bring your PC to a coffee shop.
It's Chipotle burrito and then stop by your favorite coffee shop.
Boy.
Stereotypes hurt.
I mean, I don't know how much Wells goes to coffee shops, but you did kind of describe Wells.
Yeah, I don't go to the coffee shop.
I just grab the average like hips.
I fucking hate coffee.
Took a sip of it one time. Probably need coffee in my life, but
I think I told this story before, but yeah, when I was a kid, I thought that I'd put Dr. Pepper to the fridge. I went to go drink it, and it was Mom's black coffee.
Ugh.
oh
And I didn't really want to try coffee after that.
remember when I was little, I grabbed a can of that V8 chunky shit.
Oh, like
Yeah, like
the
I
fruit
thought it was
juice
gonna be
or
like
whatever?
sweet or something because we're out of like everything else. I just chugged it. It was like, ah, ew, healthy. Puh, puh. Yeah, it was all chunky.
Yeah.
Oh, Vitra wants us to review that 11 like.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Disarray. Hello, hello.
Is that disarray?
No.
Lies. Oh sweet.
Yeah.
I'll review the shit out of it. I'm gonna be super mean.
It looks good. It's just that, like you said, the bottom part with the fan.
I'm nervous that it's gonna look like it'll look fine, but that like the quality is not gonna be there. At least compared
friends?
to like comparative. It's good.
John
What's up, John
Cena.
Cena?
Hello.
Heyo.
Claudia, what now? Apparently, Vitra is sending us a Corsair.
Yeah, it's a new case they came out with. It's kind of trending with the fish tanks.
Which fuck are they late?
I want to say L700 or something.
Okay. No mic issues this time around, you hope? We hope too.
we hope
Please don't
too.
curse us.
I
It
bet you
actually
said
looks. It looks kind of small in the picture, but I think it's like regular 011 size.
Probably. I do like that front RGB panel,
Yeah, that's cool.
but it does look like an 11 clone for sure.
Which, I mean,
Most of them do.
wagon.
Yep. Looks like they've got a air filter.
What if I do this?
Put this finger here.
Oh, there we go. Looked. That's all. Okay. This puppy ain't flying today, not with this air quality
No,
index.
fuck that.
Yeah.
Ours is not great here. It's not
No.
awful, but it's not great.
I looked at like because I was like, all the reporting didn't show like a map. And so I really wanted a map just to kind of visualize like how much of the United States. Apparently we're like the step above good air quality. So like we're not that bad off. But
Could be
definitely
worse.
like if you walk outside for a little bit, like even a short period, like I just like walked to the dumpster and back and like
It's a little stinky.
I like coughed and I like had a little like stuff in my throat.
See that thing on the news where they tested like different water tables like around like rivers, like Tar River and stuff, and it was like 70% shit or something. Don't go swimming.
The Industrial Revolution and its consequences.
Can you get 140s in the side panel? It looks like it, doesn't it? Honestly, it looks like there's multiple sizes you can get in there.
The top of the 216 looks like it can fit a step larger than 140s.
Do 140.
Like the one, like the 216 looks like it could fit 160s up top. Because it's got 3 different like fan screw positions on the left side.
I wonder if you can buy those fans from.
Probably.
Yeah, I like the radiator support up top. That's awesome. Like it has a bunch of radiator support is what I mean.
Yep.
They got power reset.
Boost BC.
Is up top.
Different than the 011.
Yeah.
How the panels fit 'em.
Well, yeah, it looks like it, because that looks like, I don't know the word for it.
Like animation when they took it off and they just flash black. Like,
Yeah, this is pretty cool.
Dark Flash uses that in like a lot of their cases.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is this dual chamber design. Wait,
Yeah, I saw that.
is it?
No,
It's right here.
no, it's not.
Oh yeah.
But this.
Oh, it's the Fantex. Has a new display case, and their power supply is mounted up top.
I don't mean to be like comparing it too much to the 011, but on the 011, this is drive cage. Interesting that this piece doesn't look removable. It's hard to tell though. The only one? I don't know, it
Probably
doesn't
not.
look.
On the back side, is it?
Oh, okay, so it is. Huh? Wait.
Hawk?
Gotta go do work stuff. Have fun.
Okay. Glad you could stop by, Trashy.
Bye.
Good luck, have fun.
Supporting our
Is
hobby.
it? Is it?
Hard drive inside of the.
I think what it's trying to I think it's trying to show that this is a complete guess, but what if the hard drive mounts to the bottom, SSDs mount to like the top side, and the whole thing mounts to the case? This is a confuzzler right here. I don't think that's what this is, though. Maybe. Maybe.
That fits just perfectly in
I guess we'll just have to wait and see, because looks like a removable drive mount. That's, yeah.
Your dimensions?
What else we? Interesting.
Everything's in Matt track.
Is this from their website? Sorta. I don't think Vitru. Does Vitru have a website? Oh.
It's literally vtrue.com.
Okay. Well, this is from Dark Flash, but I think they're like the parent company, right? sister company or something.
Other uncle.
Family company.
Brother, husband.
Some sort of something.
Just maybe nothing to do at all. Okay, so it's like an inch smaller to 11.
Like which
Like
in
length.
what dimension? What? I feel like that's the dimension I.
Website, I guess. Inch. Oh no. 1 inch height.
Okay. That makes more sense.
Also 1 inch depth, they're calling it.
Okay.
On amazing. At least they put it in inches for this spoiled, stupid Americans. That's the image of you page and I was like, show me this guy's ball.
Google, show me this guy's balls. I love Eric Andre. Him and Hannibal Buress are just.
Oh my! Please, please, please! Someone strap a Apple Vision Pro onto Eric Andre and release him onto the streets of New York City. I'm begging you.
That would be funny.
That movie he did, man, with the gorilla, that was so bad.
Which one?
It was like a kind of like a bad grandpa kind of movie, but like I got the name of it. He like went into the gorilla cage at the zoo trying to get a selfie with it or something, but the guy had a gorilla suit on. It looked
that sounds
real.
familiar.
Like grabbed him.
I will always love Tyler Creator segment.
It's because he knew about the show, which means he was like
He's like one of the few people that
able to have fun with it and get in on it.
Also, Tyler's just a weird ass.
He is a weird ass dude.
It's one of his, like I guess, marketable qualities.
Mm-hmm.
But no, just like there's so many. Like I didn't even realize that Eric hits his head on the fourth wall. I never realized that until I read a comment.
What?
Like Eric hits his head on the fourth wall.
What do you mean?
Like he's sitting at his desk, and I think like Tyler is talking, or like Hannibal and Tyler are talking, and then he like leans forward and he goes, "Ding," and then he's like, and that's him hitting his head on the fourth wall.
That's funny.
And like I never like realized that, and it just, Tyler, your dad's here.
Yeah. And it's just an old creepy dude, like what, up
In the rafters,
Yeah.
and he's just staring down, and then like just the tears in Tyler's eyes is it's just perfect.
It's funny.
I've seen it. It's literally just the cooler size. Like the fan crowd is that big.
Yeah. Like they just slapped really big coolers on the.
Look at all this metal.
Aluminium.
Yeah, I don't think the actual like die or anything is bigger. I think they just have bigger like heating, like thermal requirements.
Yeah.
That 4070 looks like a 30 series. Pretty nuts.
And I think I heard somewhere that like they went a little bit overkill with the heating, just because they were afraid of too hot.
For what?
40 series cards. Yeah, I won't complain about that.
Hulking monstrosity.
I saw something about the 50 series cards already, and it's just it's all conjecture, just rumors. But what's up, Terminator? That there's supposed to be like substantial performance improvement. But again, like I think that's the rumor every year.
They promised they'd be smaller.
They promised they'd be smaller.
Yeah.
They always say that.
Right.
Those 4070s are
Cool.
small though. Peelies. 4-slot GPU cooler. I mean, they have 40 series 4 slots.
And why not just make it impossible to do like MATX build?
Well, right? Am I right? Am I right, guys?
The 4070s are good for them. Can't go any higher than that. Sweet. Really makes people go, I'll just take an Xbox.
Absolutely. I mean, right now you kind of do need some pretty serious firepower to be able to, like, because part of the issue is that the games are optimized differently than they are on PC. So like, they don't look as good, but they run just fine. But you do need some pretty decent hardware to be able to match at least resolution and frame rate settings.
Console players are fanatic. They'll lie to their own face. It looks just as good.
It does not. It never does. My roommate though is pretty good about it. He's like it performs just fine. He doesn't really care about graphics. But when he looks at like Hogwarts Legacy was one of the big ones, like the big difference that you could see. He's like, holy shit, it looks better. But to him, it's just not worth it.
If Xbox and PlayStation supported native keyboard and mouse support, does Xbox
I
not?
think PlayStation might.
I have no
I think
clue about
Xbox
PlayStation.
might now.
I used to use my keyboard on my Xbox One.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Xbox has been able to. I'm not sure how good it is or how much they support it, but
Because you obviously probably can't go into like fine DPI settings. And I don't know if like on a like Razer or a Corsair mouse or even like Logitech, when you can save hardware profiles to the mouse, I don't know if that would translate to, I don't know if that would translate.
it might be like a game by game basis. Maybe that's what they mean.
Yeah, I can't go back to console. I'm a graphics guy.
Are there little caps put on the end?
I think so.
Maybe that's for like the newer Unifans.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather have 60 FPS 4K than like 300 FPS 144.
I don't think they make that high on 1440p, but
Oh, they will.
they will eventually.
1000 megahertz RAM.
Yep. This has two.
I'm kind of curious because I thought that I'll look it up a little bit. I thought that there was a ABM support for
Are they still on Xbox One X or S, whatever?
Series.
They're doing their series
Xbox
shit.
Series
There's no
X.
more Xbox One. Xbox Series S and X.
Oh.
It's like if you get an Xbox over a PlayStation, I don't know about it.
Typically, if you have an iPhone, you're not one.
Not necessarily, because Intel now has support where you can like connect your phone, your iPhone with your PC.
I think the big difference between Xbox and PlayStation is the game.
I think the exclusives from PlayStation are generally better. Also, because most of the Xbox games just come directly to PC now.
Yeah.
You have a PC, you can play both.
Well, not always.
Not within like the first 6 months, whatever, or year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends.
Because like
I think they have
It took 4 years for God of War to come to.
Because like something that
PC.
I really want to play, and I talked about it, Gravity Rush.
It's great.
I think most exclusive
Potentially.
for a console.
I think it depends because it's
There's-
also about how they make the port. Sometimes they just, not that they can't,
And
but
sometimes they just don't make a port.
sometimes they just don't make a port. Yeah.
So I think there's a decent amount of games that are only playable.
Mm-hmm.
Only reason I bought an Xbox One was to play the first Destiny.
That's the thing about like.
I played the shit out of that. So
Frustrating about consoles is like, yeah, a lot of people will buy. Like I bought the Switch essentially, like in practice. Like I didn't really mean for it to happen this way, but like in practice, like I ended up buying the Switch pretty much just to play Pokemon. And that was.
paid like $350 for an Xbox One. Probably like what, $50 for Destiny. Definitely got like over 2,000 hours out of it.
Which at that point that makes sense.
Consoles have an intended shelf life, but folks who hate on consoles are gatekeeping idiots. Gaming is gaming. Yeah.
Honestly, at this point, like I would be like, if I found a PlayStation 5, I mean, if I was making money and I found a PlayStation 5 for a decent price, I would get one.
Like
What consoles do with this?
the people who are like, oh, consoles are so dumb, they shouldn't exist. Like,
That's
and they
ridiculous.
can't understand that they do have a utility, just not for them.
Yeah.
Is like,
That's like peak incel behavior.
I hate it because you're right. Like somehow that just makes perfect sense.
Blue Man Group.
It's like, come on, just because doesn't make any sense for you doesn't make any sense for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Ever been to a Blue Man show?
I have not, and
One of the best shows of my life.
What is it?
Blue Man Group.
I didn't realize they were comedians.
Yeah.
It's fucking hilarious.
Are they still a thing?
I think so, but it's not the same guys. It's a like literal group. It's like it's not always the same performers. Which when I found that out, I was a little like kind of bummed out, but
They have like multiple shows at the same time.
yeah.
Console equal poor man's PC. I mean, kind of, right? Because
Haha, poverty's back.
we've talked about this a lot before, but consoles are a lost leader. They're losing money on it so that you buy into what is it called? PlayStation Plus?
PlayStation
or
Plus and play
Xbox
their,
Live,
and like get their games because the games
Game Pass.
are definitely
I read one of the things for Diablo 4, like PS5 players are having trouble with, it wouldn't let them in the game. The fix was to download a free game from the PlayStation Store, uninstall that, and then launch it again.
what the fuck?
What?
And it worked.
Why does that not surprise me?
You just download any free game.
Yeah, it's the exact same idea of you can buy a brand new razor that has the blade on it for a lot cheaper than you can buy replacement blades. It's the exact same idea. They want to get you in the door so that you continue to spend money down the line.
Yeah. Or Apple.
Yeah, they're both
Take your pick.
they're both out to get you.
Yeah.
For the guy who can't afford over $1,000 every so often, or just for upgrades, consoles are super viable because games are made for console.
Yeah.
Ending. Yeah. The most I've ever wanted to get PlayStation. Like I said, there's some games that are PlayStation.
Like literally unlikely to ever come to.
And I think part of it is it's usually like games that are developed in Japan or something, and they don't have like a huge like Western audience. So like,
What's the point?
they're not likely to get.
We're about due for a new console, aren't we? 4 years?
I think the PS5 Pro is maybe in the works. Yes.
And PS6.
Didn't the PS5 like kind of just come out, or has it been? I mean, it's been a
I
couple
think
years.
it came
sure it's
out,
been
but
like 3
it
years.
was like scalped to hell for
Yeah.
a long time, and it might still be. I'm not sure. But
They definitely had, like they weren't brand new, but remember the Newegg shuffles? They had them.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't even brand new then. God, Newegg shuffle. What a time.
What an awful time.
Play the lottery. I don't know if you're gonna game or not.
yeah, I figured out at one point that there's some sort of service that lets you play, like it's a paid service, but it lets you play PlayStation games on your PC.
It's probably kind of like,
Better.
or it's just a no.
Like
It
streaming?
uses the hardware. It uses somebody else's PlayStation 5.
Oh.
It just streams it to your computer. NVIDIA was working on that with it.
What's the price on a PS5?
It's supposed to be between $400 and $500. No, it's not.
RP was probably like what, 5 or 6?
No, 4 or 5. I think 400 for the disc version. Yeah, or sorry, 500 for the disc version and 400 for the digital.
6.
Yeah, digital edition under.
Imagine using a disc.
What?
$500 with God of War.
Oh, if you get the bundle. Well, the bundle was probably with the disc version, maybe, if I had to guess.
Gonna get slim consoles next for sure. Maybe. I don't know if there's really that much of a consoles. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I feel like a lot of people who get slim consoles, they just want an update to the console. Like I don't know. In my opinion, like, again, maybe this is just me, but like, I feel like if you get, I'm trying to remember the Xboxes, but like, if you have like an Xbox One or something, and then you get an Xbox Slim or whatever it's called, I feel like that's probably because your Xbox One is getting a little dated when update console. I don't know if everyone is like, ooh, I want a slimmer form factor.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a console gamer, I feel like you probably don't really care too much about form factor.
S5 VHS.
Slim didn't have Red Ring of Death. Yeah, exactly. Like for Xbox 360 to that. Yeah.
And that was the Red Ring of Death. That was hard. Was that a hard drive failure? Or was that like?
I don't know.
Or was that when it would overheat?
I think it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like it overheated the video section of it.
And it like desoldered it?
Well, at least that was on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I modded the PS out of my 360. Like, you could change the ring color and stuff. And I remember like flying a tank around in Halo. And dude, they had some crazy stuff back then. Like on the original Xbox, you could like buy like Xeon level processors and stuff for them. And,
What the fuck?
yeah.
What?
Oh, wait. Pause. Lied to me, Steam.
Remember like the lag switch they had in Halo 2? That was so bad. Because anybody with a standby button on their modem, you just hit the standby button, run in and arm the bomb, and then hit the standby button again.
What the fuck?
They don't even see it. I remember I remember having like my router on the ground, having my big toe on the standby button, and just hitting that shit. That was a little sweaty Dorito kid back then, man.
Yeah, apparently.
Starfield game looks really good. The previews for that? Well, Star Citizen are gonna be pissed.
I think I remember like hearing of. I think I remember it being announced, but I don't think there was any gameplay with it.
Did a long trailer for it.
Recently.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like in game, like he was walking around. So. I remember always playing one of the big games on PlayStation back then was like Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Those were so fun. Like, just two people, like two kids on a couch. It was such a good game.
Yeah, it's a bummer that there isn't more like local multiplayer stuff now. Obviously, it's like doesn't make super.
I mean, no one wants to get dressed and go to their friend's house. Like,
Yeah.
see online.
So dumb though, because I mean, like, it's not like it never happens.
Yep.
I mean, still LAN parties are really popular, but days of like riding your bike to your friend's house to play some co-op game are over.
Yeah.
I just think it's so dumb that a lot of games don't even like include it in their games. Like, is it really that difficult. Like if I guess put it this way, if you already have a co-op like online, like is it really that hard to do a local co-op experience if you've already done all that? Like,
I don't know.
I'm no game dev, so I have no clue. But you would think that they already have like most.
Yeah, I remember I was in 6th grade when Xbox Live first came out. They only had 2 games for Xbox Live when they came out.
Oof.
Dude, that was like the best Christmas ever because it came out on Christmas.
What were the games? Was like Halo and
Mech Assault and
Mech Assault?
Unreal Championship.
What? What was Unreal Championship?
Unreal Tournament, same thing.
Unreal Tournament.
Oh no. No.
You feel old?
Oh no.
If it makes you feel better, I know
Unreal
what it is.
Tournament.
No.
I've never played it, but I know what it is.
Unreal Tournament's still relevant.
What is it?
The
Fight-
battle arena. It was like the
Yeah, it's arena.
very
shooter,
first
right?
like iteration of battle arenas, I guess.
Ah.
Halfway to
It's like,
70.
isn't Unreal Tournament kind of like the inspiration for
I guess they had like Quake Arena. Quake turned into Unreal. I mean, they did. That's what Quake Arena was.
yeah, like this gameplay. You're like,
Oh, Gravity Rush.
yeah.
Like, Jesus, this was on Xbox 360?
I think this is, oh yeah, this is Gravity Rush.
What's up, Rude Dog?
How do you-
Brew Dog, what's up?
Actually, now that I think about it, Unreal Tournament would probably pave the way for like Apex and all those games.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having a really hard time, but I thought that like Unreal Tournament kind of like inspired. I don't think it. I can't remember if it directly inspired like Halo or like those types of games, but like, thought it like there was like a step in the middle where it like inspired another game, and then that game inspired like the shooter genre.
Well, wasn't Call of Duty out before that?
Call of Duty was pretty early. Call of Duty was probably like 8th grade for me.
Halo before COD. That's what I would think.
Okay.
Because Halo was like first.
Yeah.
Finally, Summer Games Fest is here.
Sick. I remember, we had like 20 kids in our neighborhood, and I remember there was only one person that like their parents got him an Xbox.
Oh my gosh.
We were all like going over there to play the new Halo.
I don't know why you saying that. You think of this, but I remember like going to my friend's birthday, and you know, like if it isn't obvious, like I had Xbox and I like just always had Xbox, and he had a PlayStation, and trying to like play, and then you know we were like playing like COD or something. Trying to play with the PlayStation controller was so difficult.
I
for me.
hated the early PlayStation controller.
Like I don't.
Oh my god.
And this was like yes.
Although, but honestly, I hate Xbox 360 controllers.
You ever seen how big the original
Not my
Xbox
thing.
controllers are?
Yes.
Dude, they're
oh,
massive.
Jesus.
Like Xbox 360 controller was great for me. Well, I have big hands, so it was nice for me.
I also didn't play very much Xbox 360.
Xbox One was also pretty good. I think I was a little bit sad that they made it a little bit smaller. OG Xbox Revision 2 controllers were the bomb.
Wasn't that just the OG controller S? The OG controller S was pretty cool. I like that.
The Xbox One controller. I liked the PS5 controller a lot while I was playing God of War, But I think the Xbox One controller is still probably my favorite.
Oh, it was the S? Yeah, I like those. I had a, God, going back, I have a, it was like a Pelican wireless controller. And they'd just come out. There were still only 2 games for Xbox Live. Mech Assault, you could like fly the little mech with jump jets.
Huh.
But if you had a Pelican controller specifically, and you put the jump jets, like you held the joystick in the corner, you could go like literally faster.
Oh shit.
It was messed up.
Wolfenstein was before Doom.
Yeah, I don't know which came first, but they're definitely in a couple years.
I know that, you know, first Wolfenstein a while ago. Didn't think.
Dad used to play Doom so much.
Dad was not a video game guy.
I mean, after that, he never touched a video game. It was Doom. Played Doom for like 2 years straight, and then never a game again.
What the fuck?
He loved Doom.
But that's like.
Have you showed him the new Doom games?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what got him hooked on Doom.
Drugs.
Yeah. Oh damn! Back when you ordered Pizza Hut and they gave you demo.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
That was awesome. PlayStation demos. You have like 5 games on there.
Honestly, the modern gaming market sucks. And I think it's
I feel like they tried harder back then.
well, that's the thing is like because it was probably because it was like an emerging media, they had to try harder to get people like hooked. And now that they know that millions of people play video games, they don't have to try. They just let the people come to them.
There's so much just shit being pushed out. Actual poop.
I mean, they're probably.
Fucking Gollum, holy shit! Some of the, geez, laughable.
Well, that
Losers.
I kind of think that that is just like the newest entry in the series of horrible movie video games, and we just don't really get many of them anymore, so that this just sticks out.
Probably, yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, definitely. I'm not saying that there's no like stagnation of like they don't have to try anymore, but I think there's probably also like other things at play, like the fact that now that gaming is so big, you know, you have people who just kind of throw their hat in the ring and like throw things at the wall and see what sticks.
Sure.
Early access.
Like,
Thank God we survived the early access era.
I kind of also think that maybe like companies like are having a hard time because like the time that it takes to create like good games is maybe like not as worth it as much as it might have been in the past. Because if you think about it, like if you spend years and years in development, you know, you're not getting a return on that money. And now that games are so complex, it's like it takes so much more money and time to develop games. You're not really going to be able to like get it on a time scale that makes sense where you're going to be able to like actually get your money back. But I don't know, maybe that's just like a guess. Maybe that's completely off base because I have no clue.
There was a time period like for a year where they just pushed out like 100 like early access survival games.
Yeah.
And they were not playable. Like paid like $20 for the game, and there was a big thing in their screen. This game is in early access, and like you get in the game and it just crashes, or like there's nothing to do. Like you walk. It's like a what do you call them? Like,
Walking simulator.
yeah, like when they design like character movement or something. Like that's how it looks, and then like your character just falls on its face. Like, cool, sick game, dude.
Thank you for this.
Yeah.
It's that's where everyone was saying like it's a beta, bro.
Like, okay, if it's fine if it's a beta, but don't make me pay $20 to be a fucking tester.
No, I think Pat's just talking about like a mini early access games, just right.
A lot of them were cash grabs.
Yeah, minimal effort for a little bit of money.
But I really do wonder if like, is it as easy to like make a good game and still make a profit now versus like, you know, 10, 15 years ago? Just because I imagine the cost of making like a large scale good game
Gets higher and higher.
But then again, you know, there's also like indie developers that
Paid $20
get
for
shit
beta
done.
test. Sorry, it wasn't even beta. It was like pre-alpha, like early access. Like there was grass, there was a character.
I think our standard for good games went up. Maybe maybe that too. Maybe there is a little bit of that too. Because you know, there's like, I would bless you. I would refine that idea. Ooh, triple bless you.
Damn.
I would refine that idea and say that maybe it's not necessarily that like our standard for good games went up. It's that our standard for good games remain the same, but we want them to make bigger and bigger games, right? Like you don't want a game that's, you know, like as much content as a game that you played previously. You want a bigger game. You want there to be some like progression.
Our standards for games definitely went up. Dude, can you think about like being a dev today? Like, it must be fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Releasing something and then just getting totally trashed on social media.
Yeah, but like, you know, like
This game's like complete dog shit. Like,
yeah,
just Reddit post and must be terrible.
but I mean, like, in a lot of cases, it's like people. I don't know. I feel like a good majority of people just want like decent, like at least at the minimum, a game that plays well and isn't boring.
You guys remember Titanfall?
Yeah, that bombed hard.
Like, that was the game where the critiques started like becoming very serious. Like, that game came out, and then just every game after that, like everyone's like analyzing like every game.
I actually really enjoyed Titanfall, but I did also think that their idea to have a multiplayer story was just ridiculous. Like, or I don't think the idea is ridiculous. I think their implementation of it was just ridiculous. I don't want to call it dumb. But like,
I had a blast in Titanfall in the first one.
oh, dude, I had so much fun in Titanfall, and that's why I really wanted to get into Titanfall 2, but like,
Really tore the game apart.
yeah,
A good game.
it was.
Graphics were
it was a lot of fun.
insane for.
I don't know about that. I think the graphics were like kind of standard for the time, because I remember like seeing it and being like, oh, this you know, this seems like any COD game that would come out.
This is fine.
But where it shone was the gameplay, because the gameplay was not like any other, you know, Call of Duty.
Jumping on the back of a mech and like ripping the wires out and stuff. And
Honestly, even if you get rid of the mechs, even if you just have like the movement itself was like something that,
The bee's knees.
yeah, like I hadn't really seen before.
yeah, games. I can't think of a game really before that got.
But like,
When did Titanfall come out? Because Fallout 4 got wrecked pretty hard.
Titanfall is definitely.
I hate that my hair is doing the thing where it parts really badly.
You
And I look like
just gotta lean into it and part it down the center.
It's doing it by itself
Like 2012 or something.
Oh, okay. So yeah, that was.
Titanfall is 2014. But yeah, I remember like getting to the last mission for Titanfall, and like there's this character that sacrifices themselves, and I distinctly remember sitting there watching that and being like, damn, this would probably be sad if I know who the hell this was. Like, their idea of multiplayer story is there's a little window that pops up every once in a while and shows a cutscene while you're in the middle of a multiplayer match.
I just remember like repeatedly queuing for attrition.
Yeah.
On the big sniper mech, you just sit back there and just blast people.
Yeah, thankfully, like, I got Titanfall 2, started playing the story, and then I, like, you know, dropped it for whatever reason. And years later, thankfully, I did go back and I did play Titanfall 2 story. I wanted to play the story before playing multiplayer to kind of get used to the mech stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finished the story and didn't play it. So I have no idea if Titanfall 2 was like a good improvement on Titanfall 1, or if it was... Honestly, if Titanfall 2 was just at least like as good as Titanfall 1, I'd be pretty happy.
Battlefield 4 come out?
That's a good question.
That had to have been the same time.
It was before that.
2013. So it was the year
That sounds
before.
right.
Crazy, because people are still playing the hell out of that game.
I love Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Get on there once in a while and the servers are just popping.
Although they've closed some of them down. Like there's not as many, but the ones that are still there tend to be full.
That was about the time where SSDs were becoming. If you had one, you would load in faster.
Immediately.
Just like a vehicle.
I had a hard drive that took so fucking long.
You load in, I think you loaded in like 3 to 4 seconds before HTTP. Any vehicle you wanted.
Oh my, that's... Were any of you the people or had friends that were the people that they would only play Jet? They would only play a certain vehicle, and if they didn't have that vehicle, they would sit and wait for that vehicle to be available.
That was me with, I wouldn't wait, but that was me with Little Birds.
Oh, I hate the little birds.
Dude, I was that asshole, like flying through parking garages and stuff. Like,
Fuck that.
while I was waiting for that, I played Tank.
Yeah, I got okay with tanks. I got pretty okay
See,
with
that's the thing is,
jets.
I did not like the vehicles.
Really?
I didn't want them involved because it was just so hard. On some maps, it would be just so hard to play infantry with vehicles.
Real assholes were the people who just sat there and waited for the AA.
All like
Just sit in the back the whole map, just blast planes.
Yeah.
if you have someone that's like really good with like the AA, it's so annoying. It was so annoying because like they just wouldn't die.
Yeah.
They would sit in like the corner of the map and you couldn't play any air vehicles
Delete
because
planes.
they could just like kill anything, and then you can't even like get over there to them to try and like harm them. And even if you go over there like infantry with like engineer with like C4 or whatever, like they would just kill you. Like,
They'd see you coming and
A Little Bird, dude. Grab my controller every time on PC.
I remember like putting in the effort to learn helicopter in Bad Company 2. Like that was actually like took effort. But if you did it, you were Bad Company 2 was awesome. Yeah, no, like I think Bad Company 2 was, well, I guess Halo counts, but Bad Company 2 was like the first like one where I really enjoyed like the multiplayer, I guess, shooter aspect.
Dude, my very first, I'd say like first person shooter was this game called Delta Force. It was literally just like, you'd be on like mountain ranges, like shooting each other. You had like scopes and stuff, but it was literally like the players. It would just be a pixel, like a whole pixel.
Oh my god.
It was bad.
I
see someone moving over there. The blob.
I'm pretty sure Bad Company 2 was the first game where I played like the open beta or whatever, and then pre-ordered the game and got it. It was like my first like pre-ordered game.
And Call of Duty 2 and Counter-Strike in your class.
Dude, like all the stuff that you could do in Bad Company 2, oh my, like the I don't remember the name of the map, but the map where you start it's the rush, and you start in the snow area, and then there's like the two houses that are the objectives, and then you just like keep on going down. Okay. I remember that like in the attackers camp there was the UAV, and you could get people to stick C4 to the UAV, and you could fly it into the right objective and just blow up the house, and you could get a free
People were doing
objective.
that in Battlefield 4 with the quads.
Yeah.
The vehicle, like
I mean, you
sending
could do that
vehicles.
too.
The Jeeps, yeah.
But the UAV was just
That's another level of sweaty.
like, because it was like harder to take down and stuff.
Battlefield 3, the entire game was just like a whole team with grenade launchers camping like a corner. Just sit there waiting for the enemy and just boom, 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 boom. Like
Fuck that.
Battlefield 3.
And so like it was also interesting because the attackers, whenever you spawned in, you didn't spawn in like on the ground. You spawned in the air, and you had to parachute down. And if you like did it right, you could land on like the lip of the map, and you could like, because you were kind of like in a valley type situation.
Sounds like Halo.
And like you could just climb on the snow all the way around the edge of the map, and there would be like snipers up there.
For the first Halo, like Blood Gulch,
Uh-huh.
somebody would like, your friend could have like a ghost and hit you like against a rock, and it would like make you fly.
Yeah.
Someone's like up there on a sniper on the outside of the map just shooting everybody.
I mainly just know Blood Gulch from Red vs. Blue.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they use that in like almost every.
Yeah, my first Halo was Halo 3. Like, I think I played a different one, but the one whenever I actually like got the one that when I actually got an Xbox like myself, actually owned the game.
Halo 2 had this tiny ass map. It was like one of the smallest like Call of Duty maps or whatever, like, and they had this like windmill kind of thing called Ascension.
Yeah, I remember that.
People used to
Vaguely.
like, there's something with the sword you could do. Like if someone was standing like up a little bit just out of reach, like you would sword lunge at them or something,
Yep.
and it would like fling you up on top of the windmill.
It, almost like, what was in Modern Warfare 2? Was it Commando? That would make you lunge for the knife.
Blood Gulch was hilarious for local multiplayer 2v2 and RLs only.
The OG pistol was what
Yeah, hell yeah.
that thing killed everything.
What's up, Portland?
Playing the new Halo, the pistol was still really good.
Yeah, I think at one point they kind of brought it back.
That didn't, yeah.
Blood Gulch, man. Always an asshole up there, outside of the map with a sniper.
I think I mentioned this before, but I distinctly remember me and my friends playing Team Sniper. And my friends like talking to other players, trying to convince one of them that he was their dad.
Oh, you've told us about this
Yeah.
before. Which is like, even if you don't believe it, it's like still just so funny to commit to the bit. Like, Like, son, I'm your father. Don't talk to me like that.
Imagine how annoying that would be. Like, you have like 3 or like 4 people all trying to convince you that this one like kid your age is your dad.
Son, why do you treat me like this?
Yeah, I remember playing Halo 2 with my friend, and there was this guy on our team that was like really serious. Me and my friend were obviously like not pulling our weight. And like we were losing or whatever, and that announcer just kept getting like weird stuff that it does or whatever, and we started talking and we're like, dude, you need to step it up. Like he got so fucking pissed, like the mic peeked out and everything. He just like screaming.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was just all like, shut the fuck. Geeking out.
You'd have Warthog death races. This isn't quite the era that we're talking about, but remember when Destiny had barrel racing? Yeah, I wish they would bring that back. Barrel racing was not like amazing, but it was fun enough that I wanted to come.
Oh, the ice map? Yeah, what was that? That was the one I loaded in, and that was the first time I saw someone flying a tank. That was the first one. That was my first experience in Halo with a hacker. I was
Log on, tank flies past you. I'm good.
dude, he was like he was like 100 feet in the air just flying the tank. I was like, what the hell is that? It was like an actual tank.
Oh, I don't know if you guys, because again, being a kid, you know, like I don't know if you guys played Halo 3 as much, but you guys know that you know the special kind of Wraith that's only in the story mode in a couple missions, like the orange one.
Does it have a different gun?
Yeah, I think it's like the AA Wraith. It's like the anti-air Wraith.
Oh yeah.
You know how like if you do it like just right, you can like pilot it and you can use it.
Like if you steal it?
Yeah, like because if you try and steal it, it'll just explode.
Oh.
But if you got on top of it, if you like open up the hatch and just enough or something, and then I think if you shot the driver and killed the driver, there was like a couple frames or something where the prompt would pop up where you could steal it.
Oh, that's cool.
And if you stole it in that window, you could actually drive it around. And it was only in the story mode.
Uh-huh.
That was a lot of fun. It's so long since you played Halo Combat Evolved. Me and Lydia started playing through the Halo series through the Master Chief Collection, and I want to continue.
That'd be cool. Are you doing it on an Xbox?
No, on PC.
I was so bummed when Halo came out because like you didn't.
Yeah.
You had to use this like. It would like use your router and. We had there was like a video game club in my high school. So they would just like set up in the library with like all the projectors and shit, and all have like a huge Halo like LAN party.
During finals week, I had finished all of mine.
Big toe lag switch, yeah.
And
that was the sweatiest thing I've ever done, probably. Sure.
But brought my Xbox and a monitor in and set it up during like sort of like free study period or whatever between finals in the library.
So if I'm just playing snipers like in the library on a giant like wall, and there's other kids in the corner with DDR. Hey, you guys want to play a man's game?
Oh yeah. I just remembered. I remember like Halo Reach. Halo Reach was whenever I like got into the Forge.
Forge was cool.
Like I did it a little bit in Halo 3. It wasn't really whenever stuff.
It was the last good one I played.
Yeah, like Reach was like the pretty much the last good Halo game. But in Boy Scouts we had like a event that was an it was just like till 6 a.m. or something. And during that all-nighter, we like took turns making bases to have like a like 2-team battle thing. And I don't know why, but like I just made like a really good base, and the other one was like not as good. And I really enjoyed like playing on that map. I tried to like make the other base a little bit better, and for some reason I just never could.
I lag switch. Like pulled the modem out, so it's right here, and I just put my big toe on it. And just, all right, I'm going to arm the bomb. I was so fucked too, because you could do it for I think seconds or something like that. If you did it any longer, it would disconnect you. So like you just get close to the bomb spot, and you just click it, go in, arm it. They don't see shit. Like there's nothing on their screen. Like armed.
Did they say that they were gonna make it and never make it, or did they actually make a zombies game? Call of Duty Zombies game? I don't think they did,
Specifically?
right? Yeah.
No, I think they just added a new mode. I think it was called like Cold War. I don't think that what they should do, and my roommate has preached this before, just make a $60 zombie game that includes every single map and mode from every game.
Yeah,
And
like,
they would make so much fucking money.
like honestly, they could just make like a map or two for the new game. And
Dude, World at War, Not Two Zombies was amazing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Black Ops is alright. Black
I
Ops.
liked the Outbreak mode in the Cold War game.
Black Ops had that like the little extra menu you get into, you know,
Yeah.
where you could do the top-down zombie.
Yep.
It was like an arcade zombie. That was pretty fun.
Disarray. We could either get you a PSU that has white cable specifically whenever we buy your parts, or we could get you cable extensions.
At this point, honestly, finding the white PSU is the preferable option, at least to me,
yeah,
because it's just so much easier.
because like you saw for Crystal's build, we did the
Cooler Master.
Cooler Master 850. That was pretty nice. You're enjoying going through all the story Easter eggs with Black Ops 3 Chronicles for all the zombie maps? Yeah. Makes sense. ATX 3.0?
That was not 3.0.
That one was not, but don't they have one now?
It might.
No.
Probably. I would hope
Somebody probably has a white 3.0.
We could probably find one.
so. Would hope so.
And honestly, by the time you're ready to buy, I'm sure one will have
Yeah. We do have to keep that in mind
emerged.
too.
Our 12-volt high powers we use are not bad. The white ones.
No, they're not. And especially if it's, pick and choose. If it's not every PC, that's not a big deal.
You'd want a 3.0 for sure? Okay, yeah. I mean, if that's what you want, we could figure it out. Full Master?
Don't they have like an MW3 like 3 years?
Probably.
Give up cables, so I had to keep 3.0.
Okay. Good to know, good to know.
That's fair. Yeah.
Love the Snowblind build yesterday. Yeah, that was nice. I saw the end of that. You guys were saying the GPU had like a bunch of silver on it?
Yeah, it's not like Snow White, but it is their like white card. And I think that's sort of standard.
I feel like
right
the
now.
front like shroud was probably all white, and then the top was probably like.
Not quite. Well, we can look at it because I don't think it's shipped out yet.
I just
Oh, it's probably packed.
I just swore it was different for Fox's build, but
I remember.
might be bad memory.
What did Fox have?
I just swore it was the exact same card.
48.
I don't think so.
Okay. Thank you for not having 3.0. Hello, need help with PC is compatible.
Need a little bit more information.
Yeah, can you elaborate a little bit?
Hear my anger.
First of all, welcome. Second, slow down. Oh, RGB.
I'm gonna do a blackout build, except for the
Pretty sure a Cooler Master is.
Well, we don't really know too much about the Gigabyte GPU. So just right.
Hero.
Yeah.
That one's definitely like silver.
silver, yeah. Oh, a pretty good looking GPU though. Interesting.
Yeah, unfortunately this rate, it seems like the lowest wattage you can go right now with Cooler Master with ATX 3.0 is 1050.
What?
Yeah. You have a Ryzen 5 4500 getting an MSI B550 and you got a 1660 Ti.
Was there a 4000? I thought that was laptop. Are you sure it's
Yeah, can you check and make sure?
a 4500? Can you Google it real quick though, because we could be wrong. It could be like some efficiency like processor, something.
As in,
They do have it.
Oh. Huh.
interesting. Maybe, was this like a refresh or something?
I
They're just
wonder.
coming out with chips whenever they want.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's the socket?
What's up, McZurich?
I mean, is the socket AM5 or AM4?
AM4. That would make more sense. I mean, it's the 56.
Yeah. You should probably be good then.
As long as it, yeah, B550.
What kind of cooler do you have or getting or?
Thought only we invented CPU.
Why build with blue custom loop? Too expensive.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I
What's
kind
up,
of
Big Zerg?
want Cream's PC.
Fuck yeah.
Ever since I saw that case. Show that thing off more, because that is a beautiful case.
Oh yeah, you may have to be careful about.
Leaves.
You may need to
So devs.
like update the BIOS for the motherboard before you install the CPU. But actually, wait, would they? Cause
I don't even know anything about that CPU.
yeah, is there a release date for the CPU? Oh, launch date, 4/4/2022.
That really came out like right under our nose. Although that was right kind of when we weren't doing it.
This has to
Literally
be.
nothing.
This has to be like one of the refresh GPUs where it's like
Wait, is it? No, I mean CPU.
Yeah, CPU. I don't know what I said.
It was probably like a 3600 X refresh or something.
Yeah. You have a Cooler Master looking for the type.
Wait, so are there boards that would say 4000 ready?
I don't know.
Maybe you just get a 5000 ready board and you're good.
Well, wouldn't this be released like after the 5000?
Yeah.
E2.2.
That was like $80, so.
And it's a 65-watt processor.
Or
Should probably be fine with pretty much any cooler, right? Yeah. Never mind about the cooler. You'll probably be fine.
This is a 2-slot card.
Yeah.
if you don't already have the 1660 Ti, highly recommend looking at some of the AMD cards right now, because a lot of them are the same price and they'll kick its ass.
Hyper G12. That's a pretty good cooler, right?
Yeah,
Hyper G12?
that's sort of like the
S
standard
tier.
for air cooling. For like budget or like reasonably priced air cooling.
Budget S tier.
Budget S tier. Look at W.
So yeah, just be careful. Make sure you update your BIOS before you switch CPUs.
AMD 6650 or whatever XT, I think is the same price as like a 1660. We'll kick its ass. Like y'all's vibe?
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Some thermal paste if you don't have any. Yeah, it's pretty good.
It makes for a
Texas
great
brand.
snack if you get hungry
Oh
while
my-
building the
no,
computer.
No.
It's so good.
No.
It's so good. And
I had
tasty.
too many L's.
It's so good and tasty.
Okay. Well,
I don't know why I say that.
why does this look gray?
If you're in the 1% section.
I don't know about that.
You have psychotic tendencies. You just don't-
Psychopathy?
Yeah.
It does look a little gray. Like
I mean-
it's off-white.
Is this just? This looks like gray, right?
Long.
It looks like Corsair's 4000.
What the fuck?
What happened?
Tell me what kind of connect. What
Prank.
the fuck?
Haha, you got pranked.
I'm an idiot.
Get wrecked.
Shit.
Wait, why does it not have?
Is
Ask
that
me.
is that an actual 4070?
I mean, it doesn't say for.
It says 4070
Oh,
on
nice.
it.
Maybe it's only for the higher cards.
It only has one.
Well, the cards are supposed to be more efficient, so it may just straight up not need it.
Okay. That does look like FDE.
Just a hair, like especially on these pictures.
I wonder if it's just like weird lighting for these pictures, or trying to get a picture of the cables. Oh, yeah. See, here we go. So this right, if you're okay with a 1050 watt power supply, you could do this.
I mean, I didn't think it was like a bootleg 4070 or
Yeah,
anything.
that's just-
I'm just like, what the fuck?
You're on mobile now, no power at home. Oh boy. Hopefully your power comes back on. Is there like a really bad storm you're at?
Oh
Or is
no,
like
dude!
smoke affecting things?
I
Or
read that on Diablo 4 too. It was what country was that? I think it was Italy or something. The power shuts off every 6 hours
Why?
oh boy.
because it's like a corrupt government and they can't like
Fund
the
it?
power grid won't sustain 24/7 power,
Jesus.
so they have to shut it off for like an hour every 6 hours.
What the fuck?
Need to mute your UPS. Well, I understand it's important to have like alarms for UPS and stuff, but like why do some UPSs not have the ability to mute?
Because the developers or the here's something to think about it.
Oh, it wasn't Italy. It was South Africa.
That would make sense.
Update BIOS, put on a USB before you switch motherboards. So yeah, go to the website for your motherboard, go to the support or whatever, find the BIOS, read carefully because some motherboards you need to like let's say there's like version 10 and then the newest one is like version 40. Read all the ones in between because sometimes like
steps.
maybe version 20 version 40 will say, you know, don't update to this one unless you've updated to version 20. It's weird, but just like be careful of that.
Just do it.
Is that what's going on outside? Smoke from Canada?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the.
I thought it was just a hazy day.
No.
Well, yesterday I thought it was just like rain
Yeah.
because it was raining. I thought it was just rain clouds. But yeah, no.
I thought it was my eyes at first. I walked out, I like rubbed them. Like, it's a little hazy.
But yeah, we are very lightly affected by the smoke storm from Canada. But yeah, fear my anger. Follow the instructions on the website for how to like prepare it. It's best to put it on a like empty drive.
Yeah, just in case.
And like for like Asus, I know you put in chat what the board was, but they'll have instructions on like if you need to rename it or whatever. And then you put it in your PC, get to BIOS. Should be like tools to flash the BIOS for you.
Look up a good YouTube. There's a bunch of videos.
It hurts to breathe up here in Jersey. Yikes. Yeah, you guys. Hopefully, you guys are okay making it through. Cause goodness.
That's what they were talking about with the AQI and shit. I was like,
Air quality index.
Random?
Yeah.
I was like, AQI? Like, because we were talking about cases at the time, and I'm like, the Vitru case isn't called the AQI 45.
I said air quality index.
I was not
whenever I read the
listening,
message.
apparently.
Yeah.
we didn't know because who watches the news?
Do you guys use those air purifiers? Like I said earlier, but for where we're at, if you look at like, I looked at like a map, and like it went from like good to like unhealthy or whatever. I can't remember the word. We're like a step above good. So we're
okay for the moment, but it could get worse over the coming days.
Yeah.
I'm going to be heading up north into it probably a little bit tomorrow.
Wait, yeah, and you guys are going biking, right?
Motorcycling.
Like, yeah.
Breathe in that fresh air.
I'll probably, honestly, I might just bring my N95.
Yeah.
I might just have to wear like a mask under my helmet.
Have an air purifier.
Your first custom build, you had a G5 590 from Dell. Yeah, what you'll probably want to do, fear my anger, is just put your old CPU in the new motherboard, flash it, new CPU.
Just selling out of there. Buyers need.
Yeah, it's gonna be like toilet paper all over again.
Probably buy some filters. Get the change.
Somebody said that if you're in New York, if you're outside for like a period of time, he recommended you wear like a mask.
I saw someone comment that like, yeah, no problem. Feel free to stop by and ask more questions, or if we're not live, you absolutely can join our Discord. We'd be more than happy to have you. I saw comments of like people like, this is why like Californians already had like N95s before the pandemic, is because they have to deal with this shit all the time with the wildfires and stuff. Apparently, like West Coasters were like giving tips and being like, "Ha, you guys are dealing with what we deal with all the time."
First time
Yeah.
around here.
You may not even need to update that BIOS according to PC Part Picker. Yeah, definitely look into it. I don't know. It might be safe on the safe side to just do it anyways, but
Always just look it up, see if it boots. If it doesn't, then go for buy.
that too, that's very true. West Coast kept dropping the first time meme. Yeah.
Imagine living in this condition.
I'm good.
I mean, it's sort of like
Why?
it's sort of like, you know, I guess the reverse would be like hurricanes, right? Like we just regularly get hurricanes.
People that always like live next to like levees and shit that always break. Like, dude, move.
Or like you know, here versus the north, like blizzards. You just kind of get used to the natural disasters where you live.
Pick your poison.
Yeah.
Do you like to be in cold? Do you like breathing? Do you like really hot weather? You like having 100% swamp ass all the time? Then move to
Yeah.
Florida. I swear, when I lived in Florida, I wore a bathing suit like 80% of the time down there,
Oh
dude.
God.
It's just always swampy. Where in Florida? Mostly central, like Orlando. I lived in Daytona Beach for a while.
You're in Discord? Awesome, thank you. Believe it or not, joining our Discord does help us out. When you start building your PC, the first thing you're scared of putting the CPU in the socket. Absolutely understandable.
Take your time.
So be very slow and cautious with it, and be wary of. I'm not sure if these sockets, if this applies to these sockets, but like, make sure that the I'm forgetting the retention bracket part. Make sure it doesn't hit the pins and bend the pins. And the best way to do that is just take it slowly and don't remove the plastic tab thing that comes with the motherboard. Put your CPU in and then, you know, secure it down, or if you want to, you can take it off, but you have to rebuild your house after every hurricane? No. Well, I mean, I don't know, on the beach maybe, but
Oh yeah, my parents' beach house every hurricane, like every time. New roof.
so that's why you get different types of houses in different areas. Down south, you get a lot of attics, not very many basements. But in the north, you get a lot of basements and not a lot of attics.
Which sucks because basements are fucking cool.
And it's because
Ultimate
of
gaming dungeons.
hurricane.
Oh, because of flooding?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have an attic, you're not really likely to get flooding from the hurricane or whatever. But if you have a basement, that's more prone to getting
If you live in California, you go to your basement to get away from the smoke.
Did Intel ever strengthen the IHS for 13th gen, or should people still be getting contact frames? Contact frames is kind
It's
of like
fine.
a little bit. Well, I don't know. Maybe not, because we've been getting some high temp. Maybe we should think about that. You like the case? Yeah, it's a lot of our favorite too. You can see the spec list, but yeah, this is the Lian Li 011 dynamic. Oh, I never.
Oh, we're
Whoopsies.
gonna send
Free mouse pad.
free RGB mouse pad because
Contact frame.
we've
Yeah,
got
yeah,
them.
yeah.
We can't get rid of it.
How do you know RGB fan is compatible with your motherboard? Most recognizable brand fans are gonna come with a 12 volt, 3-pin RGB,
3-pin 5 volt.
3-pin 5 volt.
If they're addressable, there's usually only 2 types.
Yeah, if it says ARGB, you're probably fine. Just make sure that your motherboard has a ARGB or 3-pin 5 volt header, and then just make sure that the fan also.
Do not plug a 4-pin into a 3-pin.
Yes, do not do that. Absolutely do not do that.
You will fry stuff.
What for bending PCB? Huh?
Huh?
Oven?
Please don't bend your.
You're talking about how I talked about bent pins in the socket?
I only liked AM4 sockets because it was a way.
Oh yeah, wait, what am
easier.
I saying? You're gonna be on AM4. You're not gonna have pins in the socket.
Like,
duh.
to bend a CPU pin is
Okay.
much better to fix than an LGA.
Sorry,
It's
I'm
a lot
dumb.
easier
Yeah,
to fix.
you're not. Everything I said is like, not everything I said, but
I
I was thinking about Intel.
Like, if you bend them on the, like an AM4, you have like 20 tries. If you bend it on LGA,
You got a couple of
you have like
tries,
2
yeah.
or 3 tries.
You don't have many on LG.
And then the pen's either breaking or falling out.
Okay, well we're gonna turn on this PC.
Yep. I don't think Texasman. I think Texasman had to work, but
Yeah.
this is Texasman. Is it 68? Yeah, 69. I keep
Yes.
wanting to say 69. I'm just gonna start calling him Texasman 69.
He'd probably appreciate it.
Okay, this is Texasman68's PC in 3, 2, 1.
Order number
RGB.
1212.
GB.
Whoa.
Wow.
I don't know if it's just because like I've gotten used
Oh,
to
and the Corsair stuff even turned on.
all the fans being kind of the same, but it's kind of nice like with the different fan RGB design.
It is quality RGB. You don't really get any hotspots.
Oh, Texas Man is here. Heck
Let's go.
Huzzah.
We're glad you can see it turning on. Look at it. It's a beaut.
Got your little front strip that's RGB as well.
Oh,
Lights.
heck yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, that. Whoa.
And Texasman, you've got plastic on both sides of your glass. So if you peel one side off and it still looks foggy, you've got another.
hot smoke.
You've got another try. It's not smoke.
Fight the
Too soon.
fight affecting the most United States. Not smoke.
And this should ship out tomorrow. Ideally tomorrow morning.
Like a Tuesday, Wednesday delivery maybe.
Hopefully, yeah.
As long as it's before 5, so we can hands money for the second day air.
Oh, that's right. You're getting upgraded. Even faster.
Yeah, the goal will be to come get it tomorrow at like 9 or 9:30. Because I will be leaving.
Awesome, guys. Looks great. Thank you. No, seriously, thank you so much, Texas Man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You've shown us a crazy amount of support, and we
patience.
can't put into words how thankful we are.
Hell yeah.
Getting to build a sick-ass PC for you is icing on the cake.
Do you want me to lick your PC?
Nope.
Please say no. Please say no.
Their case is black, but I can get an ink pad and sit on it.
You get paint, we could do white paint.
Yeah, fear my anger. It's probably a good idea to find like a decent video. Find a decent video as a guide as you're building it. But there's kind of two options. Either you're gonna be able to run your fans. You're gonna run those directly to the motherboard, or and then separately run your RGB to the motherboard, or in some cases, like for example, these Unifans or the Corsair fans, you run both the fan and the RGB to that brand's controller that comes with the fans, and then it'll like plug US. It depends on the controller, but sometimes it'll plug USB into the motherboard, and then it's just that one connection. But you also have to power it with SATA. And there's so many different variations we can't really tell you without having the parts in front of us.
Might be very unfortunate and just have a Molex connector with a remote. Just change your RGB colors. Old school RGB.
He's honk.
Ah. All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, yeah, we got some things to take care of today, so we're gonna
shit to do, bitch.
heading out. Let's get.
You have to shove Ryan in his tiny car and fill it with shaving cream.
Hell yeah. What?
Did you guys ever like in school, like, I don't know, just you're like
Like get to play with shaving
Get to
cream?
play with shaving cream?
Yeah.
I wish I had the money to do that now. I really want to. I really wanted to get a can of shaving cream just to play around with.
You guys watch David all?
No.
Who?
He had like a bear mace can or whatever. And he's like, what the hell are you going to do to that thing? Silly string it to death?
Oh,
That was
God.
silly string.
Jesus.
Yeah, no problem. Whoop. Oh. What started? Kirby? Okay, I'm down.
Wait.
Okay. So, you'll be rating block member, trip draws, not doing forgetting the word.
Mario Maker?
Yeah, but what's the Kamek World? The Kamek World challenge. Stream title is trying to get a quick look at Kirby. So, and just started. So please, give Trip Draws a good start to the stream. But I don't know.
Sunday.
I might, just because we were trying to keep up the stream schedule. I don't know. We will for sure be back Monday. I might try and do something tomorrow, maybe just to keep up the stream schedule.
Do you want hat cam?
Not really, to be honest.
It's at home, so.
But yeah, I may do something tomorrow. I might try and do like an impromptu community gaming day or something. We'll see. No promises, but for sure we'll be back Monday with some more builds. So yeah, okay. Now join Trip Draws stream and show a ton of love.
Have a good weekend.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.